It's a well-known fact that Arknights pumps out bangers when it comes to its music. Even I'm known to play a CC lobby theme on loop during a workout. But to people without my personal brand of autism, how exactly do they rate Arknights music? Well, I brought in my friend Rain101 to answer that question. I met him through his work as a TFT caster, but Rain's been an amateur singer and songwriter for years, a constant from the Twitch Sings era. So let's see just how critical he gets when listening to this special variety of music.
On my YouTube.
I spilled coffee. BRB. So, I did not tell you a single thing about what we're doing. I just kind of said,
No.
I'm going to make you listen to music. What we're doing today is listening to songs made by the company that made Arknights, which is a game you've, I'm sure, never heard of.
Heard of, yeah, a little bit, but I don't know what it's about. I never played it. Never going to play it. I might play it. Who knows?
I
don't. But
you probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Leave that
yeah,
shit for the big boys like me.
me.
I think if you recall way back when, in League of Legends, when Riot used to be peak music company, they did menu themes for every single champion release. The Jhin menu had its own special music. The Kindred one had its own special music. They do something very similar in Arknights, where they basically commission a producer to do a full-fledged song for each single character. So it's something like that.
That's sick.
I asked you earlier about specific genres you would like, but I ran into an issue where I am musically illiterate and don't know genres. So
Sure.
I referenced a Google Doc made by, let's see, credit to No Divide 6801, who organized every single Arknights music, or every single Arknights song by genre, though it is a bit outdated.
It's all the same to me. It's all recent to me.
Yeah.
So.
Just give your general critiques. Just be completely open and honest. People are little sluts for new people reacting to Arknights music. Me included. I watch that shit all the time. It's a lot for my brain.
All right.
We're going to go through 3 songs today, by the way.
So, Squad Unknown. All right. It's fat bass.
Some information, please.
Okay.
To find the weakness of your enemies.
That's a good riff, like fat bass, like.
And take your failures as a front row seat to watch your knees shake. I'll have my premonition, please.
Yeah, they go all in.
Your information.
Yeah, you can feel the build-up coming, like. Yeah.
Logic and the picture in your locket is the people you don't want.
I like the video has the lyrics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Like in the way they're doing it is cool.
It makes it really easy to show to people.
Okay. This fucks. What the fuck?
He likes it.
Yeah, it's good.
I've spelled it out in ways you understand. I'll simply simplify my master plan. Talking to myself, spinning shadows into spells is the surest way to make it land. You can keep your dirty devil's war. It's a rotten apple poison core. But if you call me to the line, it's gonna be a break in silence, and you know what I'm there for. It's no catastrophe when you run from me. All the rumors that surround you simply atrophy. It don't matter how dark, I feel the heat in your heart. And it's screaming like a beacon that you're on my radar.
Okay. Okay.
So what'd you think?
I hate the mix.
Yeah.
I hate the mix. Like I like the song. I like so much what they're doing. I hate the mix. Uh, at around I wanted to say it was like 255 or so. All you hear is the fuzzy guitar. Like, and that's like the throughout the whole song is like the low end. That's all there is, right? Like you got this fat bass. By the end, you can't even hear it anymore. You can't even hear like the splashy cymbals in the back. Like you have to really listen for them. Everything becomes like even the guitar solo is mixed lower than like the rhythm guitar.
So you would have preferred there's more emphasis on it?
Yeah, I mean, like if you're gonna have a fucking shredding guitar solo, right?
And
You
it
want
was
it,
sick.
you want that to be in the front. And there were a couple of times where it felt like the vocal mix like was moving back and like it was more forward and then it was more back in ways that weren't consistent. So the mixing of it, I was like, this could be a lot better. The song itself, though, is fucking great. Like I liked what they were doing. I liked how they were doing it. There was a lot of like little ear candy and stuff in the chorus that like kind of amped it up. So yeah, like it's a cool song.
How would you rate it out of 10?
Like a 7. You know,
Solid. That's solid.
Yeah, it's not reinventing the wheel. It's not doing anything like
sure.
you know. It's like a hype song for an anime gacha video game. Like it follows the formula. It does everything that it's sort of supposed to do. I think if for me, if the mix was a little better, and I don't think most people are going to notice like, oh, it feels a little muddy in the low end. You know, like nobody's like most people are just jamming out to it. Like on vibe, like just purely on vibe, probably like 8. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, it checks all the right boxes. It does everything it's supposed to do. It's very functional as what I assume it's trying to do. So
As someone who goes, songs sound good, yes. To me, I thought it was fine. I think you're right in that it doesn't reinvent the wheel. Definitely some of my favorite Arknights songs are very unique, but I'm trying to constrain myself to your genres. This one is an older one, and it's a lobby theme. You get out of the most insane difficulty battle, and it's like this weird, insanely well-written fucking song. Like you don't expect. You just expect some elevator music in a lobby, but you got
sure,
this
yeah.
instead.
Okay.
I am the one, I'm here.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Downgraded, I've already won as far as can see. So keep your eyes on me. I recommend you keep your distance. I'm combustible. Keep on burning day and night. I'm unstoppable. I'm searing hot. I am untouchable. Yes, I'm on fire, ignited by a burning desire. untouchable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoever mixes their songs, it has a problem. All right. Like whoever mixes their songs has a problem. And I don't want to keep harping on this, but it's like, it's so important. It's so important to producing a song. The mixing, right? How everything sits in the song is so fucking important. And both of these songs so far have been trying to do like a few different things, and mixing can allow that to happen, right? Where you have these tonal shifts, right? Where different elements of the song have emphasis. And both of these songs don't emphasize the right things at the right time. And so a lot of like important information gets lost in the back, I think. Like there's in the pre-choruses and into the choruses, especially, like there's claps that should be like up front. You're adding this new thing in, you're layering it into the rhythm. It adds a lot of like punch, and I was waiting for it. I was like, yeah, like I can hear it, like give me the claps. But they're like in the background. It has this really like driving sort of like bass line that kind of moves forward and pushes back at sort of times that I don't like it. At first, I liked the sort of lead guitar being just ear candy, but then I wanted it at the end to like, okay, step into your moment.
I saw your
But it
hand
just
movement
doesn't,
trying
right?
to like push it forward.
I'm like, come on, like pull it up. I want to hear it, right? Like you're doing this like country inspired sort of thing, right? So give me that big wailing guitar solo.
Yeah.
Don't make it a background piece, right? Like I think it's teasing it, right? Putting it back in the mix and having it ear candy, like, oh, okay, like there's a guitar in here, right? That's not the like no like rhythm stuff. But it just never happens.
I will say that a lot of it is just it's mixed the way it's mixed out of intention, but I will give them the caveat in that I probably should have given you the Spotify versions of the songs, because I don't know how much you know, but YouTube compression can be fucky. So this may not even be the intention. I'm not entirely sure.
Fair. And like, you know, I anytime I sit down to like to do something like this, right, where I'm listening to music with intention, I don't think people realize how much shit goes into what you hear that has nothing to do with the song and its creation itself, right? Like I think about this particular set of headphones that I'm wearing versus like studio monitors that I have downstairs that like are flatter and don't emphasize certain ranges, right? So it's like, am I hearing more of the low end because these headphones are designed to give me more of that, right? Like how and when you're mixing a song, you have to listen to it like 7 different ways, right? And try to find like the sound that you like in the way that you like it, from like studio monitors to headphones to the car test, right? To like your A/B testing all of this stuff. So I'm like, you know, people could be like, what? No, like when I listen to it, it sounds completely different. And that's probably true. When you listen to it, like you just right now with like your earbuds that you have in, you're getting a completely different sound than I am. So like,
Sounds fine to me.
who fuck knows? So, like, who knows, honestly.
I think my personal main critique of that song is that it's a bit repetitive, but that's a product of what it is because it is a lobby theme. It's not really supposed to be a driving thing forward. It's just you're there, sitting there, have fun.
Yeah. And when you put it in that context, like, holy shit, like,
Yeah.
like you know, you're describing like you come out of this match or you know this round, and this is what plays. Like, hell yeah, right? Like,
I think the common experience is to get out a game and go like, what is
what?
this?
Yeah, totally. And like, you know, obviously, like I'm hearing this for the first time, but I'm also sort of primed to listen to it in a certain way, right?
Mhm.
Like I'm listening to it in a vacuum. I don't have any other
Context.
things going
Right.
on, right? So yeah, I'm sure if I was playing a game and that came on, I would have that same. I'd be like, what is the like time out? Like, can we just listen to the, like pull this up and listen to it? Because like, yeah, it's a great song. Like, I tell my wife all the time because the way I am is if I don't care for a thing, I don't really bother spending a lot of time like criticizing it
Right.
because like if it has fundamental issues or something, right? Like let's say something was like completely out of tune in this song. I'm just going to say like, well, you got to fix that first, right? Like I'm not going to go into all the minute details of how it's arranged or mixed or whatever. It's when something has merit that I'm like, okay, like
Let's get into
let's
it.
kick
Yeah,
it
yeah,
from
yeah.
an 8 to a 9 to a 9 to a 10 or whatever. So like I'm like first listen, just like if I was driving in my car and this song came up, I'd be like, fucking roll the windows down and crank it up. Like it's a good song, right? There just you know, what I hear are a few things where I'm like, I don't like these small details. But the overall picture of it, it's awesome. Like it's really good. The vocals are really good. The arrangement and instrumentation is really good. It's, you know, it's just those small little things where I'm like, you could kick this up a little bit and push it sort of to the next level with some small changes.
I think it's so interesting how different it is in all fields. Like an expert versus a novice, when they look at something, the different things that they take away from it. Because to like the layman, that song is just kind of nice, but to you, you
Sure.
can hear those little specifics in underneath everything.
Yeah, and I want to make it clear, like I could not make this song, right? Like this song is, and this is part of being quote unquote an expert, is you really start to like see where you're lacking, and it's like I'm sitting here criticizing something that is vastly better than anything I personally have ever made. For me, it's also interesting because I think even just like a couple of years ago, I couldn't hear the same things I'm hearing now.
Right.
And so, and then I think even as I'm speaking, like, am I talking out my ass? Like 2 years from now, would I come back and listen to this again and be like, oh, I was completely wrong.
It makes
Right.
you think
So,
of that like bell chart meme, if you know.
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
exactly. And like when you're sort of learning something, right? You start off sort of like, oh, I don't know anything about that, right? But I have opinions, right?
Mhm.
The more you get to know something, the less certain about it you become.
Right.
And so anytime I sort of like run into an expert who is not like, you know, top 1, top 5 or whatever in their field, and they're like really confident that they know something that other people don't, I'm like, I just feel like you're in that spot where you don't know how little you actually know. Most of the real experts on anything that I've ever met are like, I don't know, man, it depends, or it's up to taste, or, you know, we don't have enough data, or, you know, it's a little bit of conjecture, a little bit of, you know, this, little bit of that. You know, for me, you're calling me an expert, and I'm like, I don't know anything
Yeah.
about music,
It's
right?
all
Like I make
relative.
music, I like making music. I don't know anything about music, right? So, and at the end of the day, when it comes to artistic things, it's like food, right? It's literally taste. Like if this is your shit and
Oh,
you
yeah.
love it, then love it. Like who cares what I have to say about the mix or whatever, right? If you're like you slap your headphones on or you crank this up in your car and it's your jam, then it's your jam, right? Like it's the best. If it's the best song you've ever heard, then that's the best song. Period.
So at the end of all that, how would you rate it out of 10?
For my personal taste, probably like an 8.5. Like
Okay.
I really like the aesthetic. I kind of wish they'd leaned a little more into this sort of like moody sort of Southern Gothic
Yeah.
sort of vibe. It does have some of the same trappings of similar music, not in like the musical genre, but in like the space, right? The video game space. It can't help but be a little video gaming music-y, even though it's kind of trying to do a whole different thing. But no, I liked it. I thought it was really, really good.
So let's go with
Very cool.
why we did this whole damn video.
Okay.
Tragadia the After. This song just released like a few weeks ago. So this is the hotness.
This costume fits. Bold colors, let's express it. We'll paint it red. Cut deep on new aesthetic, don't forget it. I am not a scripted actor, not your puppet, not my master. I can drive my new creations on the wings of ever afters. Inherent in the lack of breath, your fallacies have led to this. Don't let it get to my head. Pause and think instead. So I gotta take a minute in the thick of it and reflect upon the story and the final twist. While the knife creates a door, a sort of reclamation, I fear there is no joy in simple transformation, but a whisper in my ear from future selves becoming more myself than I have been when I was just a nothing. When an orphan reeks of talent yet is wrought in sadness, a solitaire, a masterpiece, a crimson shade of madness. So I stuck to my ideals and watched you all unravel, and the years taught me to question every lie you'd peddle. And I knew that if I wanted change, I had to meddle. Burnt it all right to the ground, and it helped me settle. I am free, what I choose to be. When I cut away the shadows holding back my dreams. And if I ever fail, I'll be an idol still. I will rise renewed, precision, artist vision, plant the seeds, and what will grow while crimson flows. This is my duty to create enigmatic fate. Every picture that I've ever painted has been a twisted joke, a way to comprehend my fate. And now you're standing lonely with no truth behind you. This is you, exactly how I thought I'd find you. Though your words and all your actions caused internal crisis. Tragodia, I came to understand where I sit. And when you fall, it's hard and wet and full of years of no regret. I question if it's really worth the pain your words beget. Your soul in debt despite a moment's satiation. The cold hell of manipulation. Does it take a shadow flickering with light to show me, or a flower bathed in white to dance to get me growing? Does it take a blade to cut through all the lies forgotten? The soul's a tricky thing at times, it can be rotten. Is it evil that I found you out and left you bleeding? A bitter taste from all the bile when I helped stop you breathing. Wandering Victoria with ghosts beside me, a sick parade of silence with my anger rising. Sorry if I left you stunned and waiting in the lobby. Sorry if I wrote new lines, all the old ones stale and corny. Sorry if the curtain opened up to shocking repertory. Intermission's over and we're wrapping up my story. I am free, what I choose to be. When I cut away the shadows holding back my dreams. And if I ever fail, I'll be an idol still. I will rise renewed, creator. Slick precision, artist vision, plant the seeds. And what will grow while crimson flows. This is my duty to create enigmatic fate. This is not an outro, it's a new beginning. Not a win or lose, it's about committing. This is my ovation as you make your exit. No revelation is the prime directive. Stop thinking you're immune to a falling action. If you want a denouement, I can make it happen. Now I take the pen and ink for a brand new chapter. Now I write the epilogue, my forever after. I am making changes, and you know the shoe fits. This is now my story. I've created it. I've created it.
Holy man, like Hamilton, all right? Like, I think it needs to be appreciated just how influential that musical was on music, period. But let alone theatrical music, stuff like this, right? The completely unrelated to Hamilton, right? But like that's Aaron Burr, right? Like those are Aaron Burr songs from Hamilton. But with the hanging a lantern on the fact that like it's kind of like gin, right? Like this element of theatricality, like
Yeah.
is built into the lyricism, right? It's and so it's this blend of like hip hop and Broadway and a little bit of opera. And so the entire time, like I'm hearing these sort of worlds being blended, right? You've got the big soaring Broadway notes, you know, and these really interesting sort of like chord progressions that follow the lyrics, right? Like, you know, I have to create, and it's all this major key sort of like chords, and then like the tension is all minor, right? Like and it's sort of flowing in that way, and like the hip hop interludes and like the hype man in the background being like, yeah, get him, fuck him up, you know.
Yeah.
It was fascinating to me listening to it, sort of putting into the context of the last 10 years of people's conception of theater and how hip hop sort of like blended into musical theater.
It feels so different now.
Yeah. And like, it's inescapable, right? Like it was much, much rarer to have any kind of like spoken word section in a song in a hip hop vein, right? Like that wasn't just spoken word, right? That wasn't an actor delivering lines, but was like, just a hip hop part of the song.
Yeah.
And now it's like everywhere. It's just everywhere. It's inescapable. Which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, right? It was very innovative. And so people have been influenced by this influential thing and are incorporating it into different styles and mediums and stuff. But like, so part of my brain is listening to like the musicality of it. And part of my brain is over here working on like, man, Hamilton really fucked some people up. You know, like really, Hamilton really got into some people's heads, man. And it's cool. It's cool. I loved Hamilton. I liked this. I don't think the singer speaks English as a first language would be my guess. So there's some. Go ahead.
Let me give you a little context there. I actually don't know if that's true or not because I don't know much about this person. But basically, this character is. His entire story, the character's name is Phantom. He's based on Phantom of the Opera. His entire story
and I got that vibe. Yeah.
So, of course, I'm sure you've gotten. Everybody says this is a cross between Phantom of the Opera and Hamilton. So what the producer managed to do was they got Chris Mann, the guy who played the Phantom in the North American tour of Phantom of the Opera, and that's the singer. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, he's from fucking Kansas. So so then that's really interesting because some of his delivery, like some of the words, like how he speaks them, feel like a non-native English speaker. So that's really interesting to me because that tells me stylistic choice.
Part of it too is that because both of us are not in this field, but it's very operatic, especially. So the way that they deliver their words is just like, I think there's an opera way to do it that we aren't that familiar with.
Sure. Well, I mean, I've seen Phantom on Broadway. You know, I'm not in the opera world or anything like that, but I did theater for 15 years or whatever. So, you know, you get a lot of crossover.
Yeah, for sure.
And it still stood out to me as because, like, you know, obviously if you're listening to an opera in Italian and you don't speak Italian, right? Like you don't know how it sounds in Italian, right? You don't know if somebody's vocal delivery is like a little weird or the pronunciation of a word is a little off. But with this, there were a couple of things where, his diction just seemed a little strange to me. And so then thinking of it as like, this is a stylistic choice, right? There's one word that stuck out where he said reclamation. And I'm like, why is that C getting hit so hard? I don't know. Brain went into like weird brain mode. Then I'm like, okay, like, is this something about the character, right? Like how they see themselves or what they find important, or maybe it's just that's what the singer chose to sort of hit, or that's how it was arranged. I don't know, like but my brain was like, okay, like what's the deal with this?
The general story of the character themselves is sort of like they are in this organization called the Crimson Troop, I think, and it's kind of psychotic. They basically give every orphan that's a part of it the equivalent of cancer, and they only have like the medicine. So like, hey, you have to do this. You have to murder. You have to cheat. You have to perform, or you're not getting your medicine. And it's like they're basically all insane at that point. So this song is about him breaking free of that.
Okay. I think it's like really well done. I really liked there's very Broadway harmonies, that get shoved in there in really good moments. The arrangement of it, right?
Yeah.
I think is really really good. Let's say this was Final Fantasy VII. Okay, it's
Okay.
like 1997, and you have to write an operatic, theatrical theme for a character. There are no hip hop influences
Yeah.
in this. You're not even thinking about, anything related to rap music, or black people or anything, right? Like it is Pavarotti, it is Italian, it is classic sort of, operatic. And so like to say, oh, okay, here's this character that is part of a troupe, right? That is part of this like cult. And it's all theater and it's all Broadway and it's all opera. So that means we got to have like some hip hop beats, right? Like that's crazy. That is crazy. And it's very cool, but it's just wild to me.
But Rain, the people want to know, they're craving for it. How is the mixing?
I thought the mix was better on that one.
Yeah.
With a musical number like that, right? Like the most important thing is the singer, right? Like the music is very important, but
Yeah.
it's all there to accentuate the singer. And in this one, I feel like they really sort of like hit the mark in terms of like the singer is forward. They're always forward. Everything is acting to the benefit of the words that are being said or sung, and serves the tone of what's being said and sung, right? Like, nothing in a musical number really needs to come forward and have its moment, right?
Right.
Like if you're making a regular song and you have a guitar solo, that guitar solo is the moment, right?
Yeah.
And then the guitar can kind of move into the background. With this, singer in the front, everything else in the back. And I think it did it really well. But as it transitioned through the sort of different genres from big operatic to sort of like tighter, sort of hip hop and brought down a little bit, the mix was consistent, and it like, everything was kind of in its right place. I was way more impressed with the mix here than in the previous two songs.
I will say that those other two songs, I believe, were in 2023. So there is like a lot of improvement as time goes on. 'Cause
Mhm.
this is a 2025 song, so they just got way better.
Definitely. And like a few years for a team, for a band, for a group of musicians, or just one individual, is an immense difference, right? If those people are working to get better and stuff. Like I go back every once in a while and listen to some of my stuff from like 2022, 2021, and I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. Like, I see so many mistakes that I didn't realize were mistakes then that I see now. So that completely makes sense that, they've been improving, like they've been making better music.
So at the end of the day, how would you rate this song out of 10?
It's not really my vibe, so it's hard to be like objective about it. For what it is, I'd probably put it at like an 8. The difference between like an 8 and a 10 here is purely sort of like taste and style.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
said,
not your typical genre, so you wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, like I liked his voice, but I didn't like his delivery.
Really?
And, yeah, like I said, with like his diction and the way he sort of like works his way through some of the lines. And part of it is like Hamilton is great and very influential, but for me, it's been kind of played out after you've seen like your 100th TikTok where somebody is like,
Yeah.
doing a Hamilton version of this thing, or Hamilton, or like Lin-Manuel Miranda is ordering his coffee at the Starbucks, and it's like, let me get a latte with a little pepper. Let me get a little
Get a shot.
yeah, and you're just like, okay, it's been done, and it's been done, and it's been done. Which is not to say that it shouldn't be done more if it's done well, which it is here. But for me personally, I'm kind of over it. So it's like, oh, okay, like I see what you're doing. You're doing a great job of it. It's not my thing. But it's still really well done. So if it is your thing, if it's not played out for you, I'm sure it's like 9, 10, 11
yeah.
out
For
of 10.
me,
Like I'm sure it hits real hard. So
Your questioning about like the diction and the delivery was actually what was so captivating to me. I keep listening to this over and over again, just like parsing how he delivers every individual line, just because it's so interesting to me.
Yeah. And like I said, like knowing that it's a stylistic choice,
Mhm.
you know, which I obviously going into it, I didn't know. So I'm trying to piece together like,
Yeah.
why are you making these decisions? Because like, if you're a professional singer, if you're a Broadway actor or actress or whatever, none of these decisions are on accident. They're all choice, right?
Right.
Like these things have been practiced and rehearsed, and a professional like him, even if you're just spending a couple days in the studio recording this, you're still working through that process of like, what am I trying to say and how am I trying to say it? What decisions am I going to make, right? So knowing that it is intentional, knowing that it is a decision, I would go back and listen to it again and be like, okay, so why are you making these decisions? So I can see why you'd be captivated by like, what are they trying to like, why are they
Exactly.
doing
Yeah.
this, you know, like what are you trying to convey here? And listening that way requires turning on different parts of your brain, you know. So yeah, fascinating. Even if it's not to my taste, still very cool.
Well, that's all we got today. We just had those 3 songs that we wanted to go through. Let us know if you want him to listen to anything else. I'm sure you guys got a somewhat of a grasp of his taste just from his critiques. So let us know if you got more songs you want us to listen to. Do you have anything that you want to say or plug yourself?
No, not really. I'm not really working on anything right now. This was really cool. I love video game music. I used to I'm old. I used to burn like MP3 CDs and of like Final Fantasy soundtracks and listen to them in my car. So like anime soundtracks, video game soundtracks are near and dear to me. So as time has gone on and video game music has become more enmeshed with tastes and culture in like sort of radio, like traditional music.
It's certainly more mainstream, the general style.
Yeah. It's been really, really interesting because like I just love music. And so now all of these worlds are converging. So I'm always happy to listen to video game music, even if it's from a game I'll never play. Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for coming on, and thanks everyone for watching. Let us know if you want to see more. See you later.
Bye.